And welcome back, no? So, this time, mangutan ako kang Kuya Mark. The next question is addressed to you, Kuya, especially you are a teacher. No? So, during this new normal sa atong education system, daghan kaitag nadunggan ng mga criticisms towards the teachers, di ba?
Yes.
No? So, ikaw ba, Kuya, how were you able to handle those criticisms?
Well, so far, sa karon, naibutan ako sa mga estudyante, wala ko kabalo na inyo kung right, because first, according to most of the students, grabe daw sila mo criticize sa Twitter. But I don't have Twitter. Siguro wala nga ako nakita. Pero, basically, in my case, although we can say na dili yun malikayan na criticism, because we cannot really please everybody. Even if the teacher would say na nag-prepare siya maayo, grabe ganiyang preparation, o grabe ganiyang andam, or kanang hanay gitanan. Pero perhaps on the eyes or the experiences of his or her students, simply na nagreklamo. So, sama normal gina siya. Pero I always believe na prevention is better than cure, right? But it's better to prevent, di ba? To find some ways to prevent it. To prevent it. Kaya may mga pwede na tubuhato na malikayan yung mga common criticisms, because we know na common man naman criticisms dito sa mga students, like kapoy, inconsiderate ang teachers, di ba? Right? So the first one is for you to prevent for us na ma-prevent ng mga criticism, one is to be more considerate, more understanding. I believe na I am always considerate, but I am very strict with the deadlines and the discipline, because I believe na it's not just the learnings dapat ang makuha sa mga students, but also the discipline. Huwag na akong ginagawa. But right now, it's very difficult to validate the excuses of our students. Pag mingon na sila internet. Ang rason, nanuwa sila ka-submit, or mingon na sila na kuryente, di ba? So, kung ato pag ginaputihon, di ba? So, ma-frustrate lang ang teacher or ang
kasi
student.
we don't actually know if they were true.
Oh, yes.
Diba?
So, kinahanglan gini na to na mas hindi mo na lang kitang understanding and considerate.
Extend ko yun.
Yes, extend. And another thing, another na angay na tubuhaton for us to prevent those criticisms, perhaps we can explain the instructions clearly to our students. And
as clearly as possible.
Yes. And also to tell the students their objectives or reasons why they are doing those assessments. Because in my case, as a student, kapoy gid kay mohimo assessment, diba? Right? Kay as a student, even the teacher, kapoy mag-check og assessment, kapoy maghimo og assessment. But if you really understand the reason why you are doing the assessment, then instead na magbabulbul ka sa kapoy gihapon, pero you are being motivated na mabuhat ani ng mga assessments. Right? So, kana lang na maklaro lang yun sa mga students why you are giving these kinds of assessment. And that is very important. But in times po na we are being criticized, it might be too ideal to say that we have to embrace it, but let's try to be more understanding with our students, and the students should be more understanding also with their teachers.
So it should be two-way.
Yes, it's a two-way, because there should be a relationship between teacher and the student, not the kind of relationship but I'm saying a classroom relationship, a professional relationship.
That's right.
And we know that in a relationship, diba, you have to be understanding, and of course you're expecting na mahimo po understanding other parties sa imo. So we have to keep on understanding. And basically, we can relate it with self-compassion. Diba? Na lingon si Sean kanina na we have to be compassionate with ourselves, understanding with ourselves, because in that way, pag masabta na ito po galingon, dira po tayo maka-learn po yung sabot sa upan. Right? So remember, there is a Bible verse na lingon na in 1 Corinthians 11:31, ingon dito, but if we judge ourselves truly, we would not be judged. Meaning to say, kung ato ang ginatanaw ginatong kaugalingon, Diba? Gatong ginasabot ko na itong mga kaugalingon, then that's the time also na dili pud ka na basta-basta na mo judge or mo disqualify sa uban. So that's also something na nagkakuha. And of course, we have to understand that the changes in the educational system has really kanang hatag po ng frustration sa matang kasama ng, again, sinabtanay lang yun.
Yeah,
diba?
that's right.
Right? And of course, the best thing to do kung na mga criticisms is really to pray, di ba? Right? So remember in Philippians 4:6-7, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer with supplication, thanksgiving, let your request be made known to God. So, kung nagsakit din ang imong buot sa mga storya, then it's also very important that we entrust tanan ng mga nadugan yung mga storya sa atong Ginoo.
Yeah.
And I think that's very effective.
Yeah, no, so I have to agree with that, Kuya. Kasi there are people, no, na they react agad, right away, no, out of anger. So, instead na ma-address ang issue, makaaninon siya, murag madugangan bitaw, no?
Yes.
So, it's like adding fuel to the fire.
Yes.
Kasi, instead nga ma-address ang issue, so mag-rebuttal ka sa mga angry nga words, no? So, ano siya, ma-worsen hinon ang situation.
But I think it requires a right mindset and heart set.
That's
We
right.
have to develop at all times. Diba? Kay tinuod man gid na masakitan na aging mga storya na dali tang sakitan. Normal because living in a society wherein we always kanang ginatanaw na to ang storya sa uban,
Yes.
na inanata na culture. So dali ta matandog, so we have to in the right time we can by practice makahatag ng right mindset na mabot ang panahon na dili na ta basta-basta matandog sa mga storya.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you so much,
Okay.
no? So this time, no, how about the support system? Kasi we've been mentioning kanina pa ang support system, no? So let's hear from Shan. Kinsa man ang support system, Shan?
Ako dyan, kaano ba ko, mas prefer na ka na sa career. So, kanang kaano na ako sa akong kagalingan ba. So, pero karon no, swerte kay ko kay naging support system din ako ang sentro. Dihalog ko nakakaan kay once a week man dyan nga naman meet. Tapos, kanang pag bugat na kayo mo heart, kanang mga musta man dyan ang imo leader sa imo. Tapos, dili na ka makapugong ba na i-share na di mo imo mga problems, mapagawas niyo mo unsay nag-bother sa imo kuan. And then, ang kanindot is, na kay ma-receive na advice.
Yes.
Na kay makuan na advice.
Godly advice.
Oh, godly advice, yes. And mo na yung pinakanindot kay, kanang masakto ang imo kuan thinking kay, ay, mali kaya na, ganyan, masakto ka, tapos, and nindot kayo kay, nawala po ang burden sa imo heart, kay na-share niyo mo ba sa ilaha, and dili po ka mag-worry kay, kabalo ka na, masaligan. Kay, like, kanang, ang kana dyan na problem is, ay kana dyan mo i-share, diha na dyan na.
Yeah, within the self lang.
Dili na siya mapagawas, kay, diha na, ang muray makabalo. And ang second is, si God dyan.
Yes.
Just like ingon ni Kuya kaina na pagkuan i-pray.
Yes.
And ako, muna ngayon ko na ginaako rin ako ang mga problems kay pag naamang ikuan, ang ako ginahimo is sumbong dyan ko kay God.
Yes.
Kaya galing, dihan ako ihilak tanan sa iya ha. Ang mga naitawa ka kita pero mao di ko gusto pero kang God dyan, kanang honest kayo sa iya, God, kapay na, sa niya mo himuon. Katawin ko birthday ka na, sa iya word sa kanang everyday na devotional na ako, maghanap dyan ko diha. And ang monay kanindot kay, ginamotivate ka ni God.
Yes.
Pinagi sa iya word. Kanang hatagan dyan ka grandma niya ba na, anak, kanya himua, ayaw pagkuhan kay naa siya yung mga promises sa imo ka. And monay ka, kan dyan sa ako, monay naka-help dyan sa ako ako pero ang word ni God.
Yes.
Na may mga problem pero mas, ang ako, gikakuanan isang mas naduol ko sa iya ha. Tungod ani na mga challenges, tungod ani mga depression and all, mas natuol ko sa iya ha. And monay kuan, na may problems, yes, okay ra na, pero ayaw i-focus diha. Dito ka sa maayo na, sa bright side ka tanaw. And that is God. So, mao na siya.
Okay, so thank you, Shan, for that, no? And I'd like to add na ingana ang beauty sa atong journey.
Yes.
Diba? So, beautiful kayo ang atong journey nga we were trained to have a constant communication with God through prayers, of course, and reading our Bible. Kasi, even though kita galing nag-pray na ta, galing na tag-Bible, maiko pa mong galing tag mga problema, maapektuhan pa ta. How much more if you don't have your prayer life? No, so that's important. And also the self-group. Nindot kaayo siya nga kanang, ako, I can testify to that, na kami sa cell, o kauban namin ni Christian nag-cell, no? So kanang, we've seen our crying faces already. No, pero ang nakanindot is, we are not there to judge each other, but to pray for each other and encourage each other. Also, yung mga godly advices and dingon pa ni Kuya Mark nga ina kanang masetta, ang cell group is one way nga mahimo tang ma-lead bitaw ta to have that right heart set and mindset. No, so that's very nice, I think.
Yes. And I think it's a good opportunity to encourage our viewers that if you are not yet part of the cell, then we encourage and invite you to join us in our cell.
Yes.
Right? So, what do they need to do?
Because we have our weekly cell groups, no? So, if you are someone probably first time nimo tonight, no, so you can just type in the comment section, I want to have a support system. Yeah, kasi we are willing to be a support system to you as we have been a support system to each other. No, so just type in, I want to have a support system, and definitely within the week we will contact you.
Yes.
Alright, so sige, anything you can add to that, Kuya?
We encourage you to join
right.
sa cell.
It's a huge factor yun.
Yes.
Makatabang.
Laban ako nag-lisod kasi mo online class, okay? I tell you, the cell can really help you. To uplift you, encourage you,
and
help you.
Not actually encouragement sa part sa, I don't know, but we also help each other in terms of academics.
Yes.
No? So, meron tayong naglisod ko ani, kabangin ko ani ate, kabalo ka ani, something like that. So we can also have that kind of healthy environment, even though virtual lang siya, kasi di ba bawal lang
Because we're surrounded by teachers, di ba, sa ato ang Bakit kayo mga cell members na teachers, so maka-help, makatabang, makatagay advices, good advices.
That's right.
Sa inyo.
Kaya sa inyo to.
Doon ako magsama ng teacher ko. No, pero actually, it really helps a lot. No, so, sige, thank you so much for that. And this time, towards the end, what are your messages? Ano sa inyo ang messages for your co-teachers or your co-students amidst this pandemic?
Well, I think na kanina, it's a way of giving advice naman to mga na-share kanina, no? And for the teachers, basically, the teachers have different strategies man yun, and I think that they have best practices in coping with these challenges. Right? For the students, I know that na ako'y mga nindot to na mga strategies na ginahimo sa atong mga students nila. But for me, pwede na to na ma-generalize lang ay na to na mabuhat. Diba? It's like a good reminder lang for all of us. Like first is we have to face the challenge. We have to understand that this challenge ay nagapadayon gid karon, and we believe that these are not permanent or these challenges are not permanent.
Yes.
There will be a time na either na mo maka-adapt ta, madili na gid siya challenge, or kato mga naandan sa una mabalik. Right? What we used to na physical interaction, right? Hopefully, we wish na in the right time, mabalik na siya. So, what is important karon is to really face the challenge, but of course, do not focus on the problem, as mentioned kanina ni Sean. But it's like, you have to know that there is really a problem. There are demands. Sa inyong classes, sa inyong assessment tasks, sa inyong job as a teacher. Lagi mga demands. And we have to know these demands. And then the second is we have to set ourselves, katong ibalik-balik na ito kanina na proper mindset. Proper mindset. Diba? right? Like, we have to practice consciously doing one thing at a time, di ba? Like putting in your mind na dapat one thing at a time na ka magbuhat, di ba? Because there's also a verse in the Bible which says that we cannot serve two masters at the same time.
Yes.
Diba? So, one at a time lang. Diba? And it will
One
really
to timer.
help. One to timer. Diba? So, if we put it on the assessment, magsugod yun ang 40 ka-assessments, ang 50 ka-assessments sa isa. Right? So, always remember.
Mabot yung 40 or 50,
Yes!
no?
Yes!
Labang ko mag-yun.
Labang pa. Diba? And most of the student nag-post sa social media na inana nakadaghan na assessment. Okay. Another is you have to pause and learn how to pause and take a deep breath. Diba? Na anong meaning sa imo pahulay. And remember, as an advice, the best way to have our time to pause is when we are in the presence of God.
That's right.
Diba? Right? Kanang nakay time na mo rest, diba, with God. Even there is a Psalm 62:5, yes, my soul, find rest in God. My hope comes from Him. Diba? So, in times na nagkatibulaan, yung feeling, diba, it's good to rest in God's presence. And it's better, it's great, I mean, to rest in God's presence. And third is, try to live in the present. Diba? Always remember na kaning naa sa karon, hindi na magmuna-una sa unsay nasa future, although it's good to think of the future, but let's focus on the things na angay nato mabuhat karon.
Yes.
Because we believe na si Lord ay bahala sa future. Sa Matthew 6:34 pa, dingon, therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Diba? So ato itong dyan na. And then the last one is we have to recognize health. Atong dimension ni Sean kanina, like, we have to consider God as someone na mo tabang din sa ato.
Yes,
That's number one, di ba?
That's right.
We recognize that apart from Him, we are nothing, di ba? And through Him, we can do everything. Then, that is also a very good way of getting support. Diba? Not just support, but really guiding you, helping you. Diba?
That's right.
Right? And kanang himuon din kang grade, di ba? Because we know na mga promises din. And then the second is really to be on a good support system. Not just kanang support system na an ordinary support system, but something na makahatag yung support, diba? Sa inyo seriously, di ba?
Yes.
Right? And that's the reason why we encourage everyone to be on a cell.
That's
Right? So continue typing sa comment section if you really want to join a
Yes.
cell group.
And if you are already part of a cell, so padayon lang yun because there are greater things ahead. That's right.
Yes. And of course, remember that God is always the same yesterday, today, and forever. And if you have experienced a lot of blessings before and you are doubting kung ma-receive pa natin mo ng mga blessings and mga good things karong tuiga na pandemic, think of it that si Lord muhan ay ang last target. And we should not be worried again with the future because the Lord will certainly help us and guide us, and ang iyang mga promises will last you forever. So, those are the things na somehow a message or an advice to everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sige, how about you, Shen? Sa ako is, para sa mga students, mo alang imong part as a student.
That's
Yes.
right.
And kaan lang, last ng yaw-yaw over mo kay tanan man ta nag-adjust. Ang teacher nag-adjust, pati po di ka nag-adjust. So, paano ta? Para sa ni Kuya kayo na, sabot-sabot lang ta. Kaya sabot-sabot lang ta sa situation, like, sabto na to sila. Kaya kung nanghalag sila assessment, napo na sila i-check ang pag-ipas na to na. So, kaan lang,
Amen.
Tapos,
Thank you for that.
tapos i-enjoy na nato ang pag-pan. I-enjoy na nato ang pag-spray na ang pag-learn. And ito to be, basta natin matunan.
Yes.
So, lang, ayaw po pag i-stress, pareha sa ingon kay na, kana imo kaugalingon na, kaya na ito. And kung feeling mo down na kaya ka, kahit sa mga padayon lang, pray lang. Tapos, pag-pray ka, tapos apply po the action.
Yes.
Inana lang. Tapos, pareha sa, ayun, kung ano na kayo, pareha sa mga ginaingon siya sa mga students karon is laban and padayon.
Yes.
So,
Laban lang.
padayon lang tayo, natin pang-enjoy. kung kapipa po na ka, isipay mo plano.
Yes.
Gusto ka ng
Your
future.
goal,
Oo.
Yes,
plans.
your why.
Kana,
Diba?
oo,
Dapat
kita.
kabalo ka.
Kaya iwapya ka ng eskwela lang, kaya wala yung rason.
Yes,
Eskwela
that is
pa ako
also
tayo.
a good advice. No?
Oo, kaya nakakay rason. So, isipa to siya. Isipay mo. Kung gusto mo maging doctor, isipay mo sa nakasulot ka upang doctor.
Wow.
Or pag-engineer na mga kwan ka na, para ma-motivate ka. So, kana lang, padayon lang ta.
Fighting!
But
Yeah.
fighting.
Fighting na good.
Ah,
So, i-add lang na ako, no, towards the end naman ta. So, you have to know your why. Para sa Gayong Nutrition Day na you have to constantly remind yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I studying?
Yes.
Because after all, you're not just studying para naalang kayo magbuhat sa mga kinabuhi, no? But you're studying because you have a goal. And education is our friend, not our foe, di ba? To reach those goals in life.
Yes.
So constantly remind yourself of your why. And then, kanang find your learning style. Di ba? Kasi we have different learning styles na, no? So, you have to find out. Maybe we will talk more about that in our next session of point. And then lastly, I will leave this to you guys. No, problems are just temporary. But God's promises are forever. Yes. So, na forever, guys. Alright. Sige, so thank you so much for that. Thank you for joining us
Thank
tonight.
you for having
Kuya
us.
Markwood and Shan. And this time we will listen to your side of the story to our audience. So, Charisse, take it away.